Hello, in this video I will show you how you can add materials to the course and set up a course schedule. To start with, click on the top menu Courses and select Courses. Find the course that you want to add materials to, and you can either click on the lessons number or on the settings of the course. Let's click on the number of lessons, even if it is 0, no problem, and you will see the course outline. If you click on settings, you will be transferred to this tab, settings, and you can always pass to the tab named lessons, where you can see the course outline. To add content to the lesson, click on the lesson name, and you can add video, audio file, text, images, codes, built-in other pages from other services such as Canva, Google Drive, or Quizlet, WorldWar, or many other. You can add file and you can add certain additional blocks that will be covered in additional videos. If you want to change the name of the lesson, you can also do it right here by adding or editing information and clicking save. And if you want to add video or audio, you use corresponding buttons, and you can upload video either from YouTube, Bunny CDN or Vimeo, or from your computer or mobile phone by clicking this button and selecting the video file. Let's start uploading. I would like to also point your attention that we do not recommend to change the settings. What it does, you can see in the description. If it's too technical, we recommend to not touch it. It will ensure the smoother experience for your students, or that you have different internet or different devices, not the most updated ones. So to add audio, you use this button, and you can add certain description for your users so they understand it better, and you can add, of course, additional text information. And if you, for example, discover that it doesn't look logical that learning objectives come right after video and audio of the lesson, you can always use these arrows to move it up or down over certain blocks as you wish. For files that you upload, audio files and files using this button, you can always disable this ability for downloading for your students. Video files by default cannot be downloaded, so they are secured and users cannot just click and download them or save them on their computer. Once your file is fully uploaded, it will start video conversion, or it may be waiting in a queue to be converted. Either way, you can close the tab of your browser, you can switch off your laptop or mobile phone and change or close the browser. The process will be done on background and does not need your involvement. But I would like to point out that the conversion may take some time, so we do not recommend to upload file right before you open the course. Ideally, reserve 24 hours just to upload everything, recheck, see how it all appears. And to do that, you can using the preview button. While video is in conversion, the students will not be able to see it. So now, while video is still converting, you can see it in live time. The video is not here. You can see the text, and here is certain empty block, and then there goes audio file, which students cannot download because we did not allow it here. You can also upload different files, for example, presentation or PDF files or templates, whatever you want. There is no limitation on what type of file it is. You can upload it and you will be able to allow either preview or download or both at the same time, for example. And of course, you can also give the title. Additionally, you can structure your lesson in different sections. By adding section here, the lesson will have additional separate pages, we can say, with different sections. And of course, you can change the name of the section. For example, that will be. And on another section, it can be exercises or assignments. And we can add one more section that can be, for example, for discussion. The principle of adding information to each section is exactly the same, using the buttons. That if you want to add file, you click on the file button, and if you want to add text, you add on the text. You can add what you need. Make it brief. And you can always preview your lesson using this preview button. As for models, you can also add preview image for lessons as well. You can do that in the settings tabs of the lesson, and you can do it by clicking on add preview and selecting an image from your computer or from the library. Lesson can also have a published state and draft state, meaning when the lesson is in draft, no one can see it. So only you can see it. And if you need to give link to particular lesson to your student, you can just copy it here, or you can find it, or you can edit it if you want to. And we can go back to Lesson Builder. Once your video has been uploaded, you can preview the lesson using the button at the top of the screen. So here is our lesson, the video file, the audio file, PDF file with preview that your students can see and download as we allowed everything. And we can see the sections of the lesson. You can also see the preview image that we have uploaded. And so far the third section is empty. We didn't add anything here. Once you've done uploading materials to the lesson, you can go back to course settings and set up its schedule. Schedule is used when you want lessons to open one by one. It is also known as dripping content, or you set up when each lesson or module is available. You can do that by opening dates and delays for opening lessons, and you will see the same course outlines that you've already seen before. However, you will have an option here to set up when each module or lesson opens and closes. If, for example, module 1 opens in 1 day after student gets access to the course, that means that all lessons that are included in module 1 will be also open in 1 day after student gets access to the course. You can remove this delay and set up that as soon as student gets access to the course, they can see lesson 1 and they can view it, but lesson 2 is not available right away and is available in 2 days. So no longer has access to the lesson. I want to note that this closing date or delay, closing time needs to be defined for lesson or model only when you can also use calendar delays. That means that you set up a specific date when the module or course open. So you just click the calendar and pinpoint a specific date on it. With such settings, Model 2 meaning that most of these lessons will be opened on January the 1st. Additionally, you can set up when student stops having access to module or lesson, meaning they will have access to the course, but they will not have access to its full content. For example, you can set up that introductory lesson is available only for first 30 days. And after that, student will see that this lesson is there in the course, but they won't be able to view its content. However, they will still have access to lesson 3 and 2 and next models. If you limit access to the course by certain period, for example, 2 months or 3 months or half a year, you do not need to set up additionally closing date for each module or lesson. That will be done as a one setting for the course. These settings of closure should be used only if the settings of closing access differ from the whole access to the course. So far we've covered how to create a course, how to add materials to lessons, and how to set up course schedule.